Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. So in this we'll go small brief about what is in the syllabus के अंदर हमने क्या क्या पढ़ा अब तक. The tomorrow's test will be on chapter number 1, 2 and 3. So data warehouse fundamentals we have gone into detail. उसके अंदर बहुत सारी चीज़ों का हमने सीखा है. ये सब चीज़ें बहुत important है because these are the basic thing that you need to understand whenever we are talking about data warehouses. Okay. Chapter number 2 we were talking about the architecture. So there are different architecture that we have talked into detail, that is whether it is star schemas or snowflake schemas, then what are the metadatas. Okay, then we have also talked about the ER modeling and dimensional modeling. ये सब कुछ चीज़ों का हमने किया. These are all concerned with the data architectures. Okay, we have also talked about the federal data warehouse architecture. This is the most important architecture that you have to keep in mind as far as the data warehouse is concerned. So are you clear with this? Yes or no? Hmm. I have shared a link notes also. You just go into this star schemas and inside of what you call a fact tables and factless table. You go into detail. These are very important. Granularity is also most important. So this is the chapter number 2. Chapter number 3 we were talking about the ETLs and pre-processing. In this chapter we have talked about the data cleaning, data integration and data reduction, and into this we have also talked about the introductory part of ETL. And what all methods, extraction methods are there, what are the logical extraction methods are available, and finally we have talked about the loaded data loading techniques, and we have winded up with the ETL tools which are nowadays been booming in the market. Yes, are you clear with this chapter number 3 now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in this chapter, chapter number 4, we have started with data warehouse. I think everyone is clear because fundamentals of data warehouse we have already covered in chapter number 1. The focus of this chapter was OLAP, that is the processing which is going on, that is analytical processing which is going on. We call it as OLAP, that is online analytical processing, which is carried out into data warehouses. We have talked about this OLAP in previous chapter. I think so in the Monday and Tuesday lectures we have covered the what is exactly OLAP and the characteristics of OLAP. We have also talking about the steps of OLAP processing in today's session, and the most important thing, that is the advantages of OLAP and multidimensional data. Okay. In Monday's lecture, we will be talking about the architectures which are being followed out as far as the OLAP, that is MOLAP, ROLAP and HOLAP. ये तीन जो architecture है ये हमारी OLAP की, उसके ऊपर we will be talking on Monday's session, and on Tuesday we will be talking about the hypercube and multicubes. So what are these two types of cubes, that is hypercube and multicubes, that we'll be talking about in chapter number 4, that is on Tuesday's lectures. Okay, and only two lab chapters, I think so, 2, 3, 4 chapters are remaining, but these are very small chapters. We will be talking about the data mining and data warehousing के बारे में, differences, architectures of data mining. Just this chapter is only just a brief review of what is data mining. Then the techniques, we will be talking about data mining techniques, okay, which are there in the market. Then a special chapter for clustering, and the last chapter, that is web mining, which is nowadays being carried out. Okay, so overall 8 chapters are there, but this chapter we will be winding up as soon as possible. In 2 or 3 sessions it will be covered. Now only 4 chapters will be remaining, but introductory part and interlinking, so chapter number 6, 7 and 8, 6, 7 are the most important. 8 is again a theoretical concept that you need to understand. 5th is again what a small introductory part, what is exactly the data mining is. So are you clear with the syllabus now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll move to the content of this chapter, today's chapter, that is OLAP, chapter number 4. And into this we have already gone to small extents. So if one single glance we'll just review what is there into OLAP, and immediately we'll move for the remaining part of this chapter. Okay. So in the previous session, as far as the OLAP we have started, we have seen that OLAP is one of the analytical processing we require for the data warehouses, and the all transactions which are carried out is just for the improving the financial accounting, the sales, marketing, the production, and on these 3 basic importance, market is implementing the OLAP because use data is there, and on that data we need to have some analysis, we need to have some processing. So that's why we move to the OLAP, that is online analytical processing. It is nothing but the SQL queries you will be firing into some of the tools which are there in the market. Okay. Now, as far as the OLAP working is concerned, we have understood that it is been created on the basis of the guidelines which is been given by the Dr. EB code, and there are 12 different guidelines we need to follow whenever we are working with OLAP transaction. And I think these are the rules. We have also gone into detail about these 12 rules. You again be thoroughly understand these rules, because these rules are there in DBMS also, and same rules you are implementing into your data warehouses and mining also. So these are the basic guidelines, we call it as a rule, that are being implemented whenever we are working with any databases or any data sources. So OLAP, that is online analytical processing, it is again a part of SQL, that is database, and so we will need to follow these 12 rules which are being specified as far as the Dr. EF code has been provided. So after that we have also talked about the characteristics, because the characteristics means uniqueness, and we have seen that these are the 5 basic uniqueness which are there. That is, it is a fast compared to other, because it is used working on huge data, and on huge data most important feature that is we require, that is a fastness. So fast is there. It is providing analysis, the tools. You can share your details, you can share your record, you can share your output. Then it is multi-dimensional, that is you will be working with the different rows and columns, that is 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional data can be visualized. And last one, you can generate some information on the data. Means what? Data is there, but it is not of any information. So you can generate the information by firing some queries, and you can analyze that query, and you can generate some information that will be helping us to for boosting your business or for boosting any organization as far as decision making is concerned. Are you clear with this one? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Additional to that, there are some main characteristics also we have also discussed, that is it is supporting multi-dimensional concept. Multi-dimensional concept को ऊपर हम आज जाने वाले हैं. Today's chapter will be focusing on what is exactly the multi-dimensional is. Multi-user support is also there. Then accessibility, you can access on any other devices. As far as the storage is concerned, it is very efficient storage. And second one is the uniform documentation. You will be following the documentation that will be uniform. Apart from this, we have also gone into the basic things, that is you can generate some charts or graphs for the purpose of decision making. You can go for calculating and comparing different what we call as a data values. This will be helping us to matrices a small business dimension to the cross multiple dimensions. Okay, then you can have a concrete or a correct aggregation values, that is you can have a summation or a minimum or maximum and average and all those things. So aggregation will be computing very correctly compared to any other devices. So this is why we go for OLAP. So overall the main characteristic of this will be very much precise, that this will be helping us to generate some inferences. Now benefit, we have talked about that. This will be benefiting, that OLAP will be benefiting the multidimensional records. It will be helping us to work on self-sufficient ownership, that is on data you will be creating your own decision. Then it will be helping the management to take some concrete decision. It will be helping the data warehouses to manage their data. And this is the what we call as the benefit of OLAP. So OLAP is nothing but one of the transaction that will be followed, that will be written in Oracle like programming language, or MySQL or SSI like programming language, and this will be helping us to boost or get some information. Now the motivation why we go for OLAP, we need to understand हमें जाना क्यों है, because you need to understand and improve your sales. So as far as the improvement is concerned, whenever you are implementing OLAP, you will find you automatically you will be improving your sale. Now we'll take one example, that is, for example, consider the telecommunication, that the mobile industry nowadays, you are using some product. So you might be using some recharge of monthly 200 or monthly 300 or monthly 500. So if you want, as an organization just like Airtel or Idea or your Geo, they want to analyze their business, what category of people are using my product more efficiently, यानी कौन सा product ज़्यादा चलता है. You will see that thousands of plans, each company provide different data plans, or your call plans, or international calling plans, or your work from home. This type of new plan is also been implemented nowadays as far as data is concerned. So you can generate a weekly or monthly reports, or you can create a daily reports that how many people are recharging, or how many in which region your what category of recharge is working. So if you say that like multinational or there are big cities like Bangalore or Delhi or Mumbai or Pune, you will find that there is a plan like internet plan will be more efficient compared to the calling plan, because people don't speak, they don't waste the amount on call plans, they spend the amount on what you call as internet uh, subscription or internet plan. So they are more precise over getting the internet speed or internet data. But when we move to the area where this is a rural area, so people will be focusing on calling. The cost of calling should be minimum. There should be free calling. Or and when we go for metro cities, also we will find that the international packages planning are most important. So people are having the internet international calls. In those situations, the plan will be different. So to make an analysis to get those data at immediate on a single click, you need to go for the OLAP, and this will be helping you for improving your sales. So daily within a 24 hours or within a few within a week, you can make a decision based on your data, and that is only possible due to OLAP. There is no alternate tool, because you will find the mobile recharge has been done by the small shop also, online also you can do recharges. Now accumulating those data, aggregating those data and defining the conclusion, it is very difficult. So for those situation you need to go for OLAP. Are you clear why we go for OLAP, and this what is the motivation why there is need for OLAP? Yes, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Second important thing is that हम OLAP को क्यों जाते? Now you understanding and decreasing the cost of doing business. Understanding and decreasing the cost of doing business. Now हर बार ऐसा होता है कि there is some salesman but he is having the top salesman, एंड टॉप सेल्समैन मतलब क्या है, उसका बिजनेस सबसे ज़्यादा वो जनरेट करता है. नाउ इफ़ यू सेइंग द टॉप बिजनेसमैन टॉप सेल्समैन मतलब क्या, दैट पर्सन विल बी हायरिंग, विल नीड टू हायर विद मोर सैलरी. इसको सबसे ज़्यादा सैलरी रखती है बिकॉज ही इज़ गिविंग टू द बिजनेस, ही इज़ गिविंग सम बिजनेस. सो OLAP विल बी कैलकुलेटिंग which salesman has the highest sale in that month or in that quarter or in that week in that region. Okay. So this type of decision making queries will be generated, will be written into OLAP. Now you will find there are salesmen as far as the product like Britannia product is concerned. अगर Cadbury की हम बात करें, you will find the Cadbury is been sold all over India. पूरे इंडिया में इस Cadbury को सेल किया जाता है. बट उसमें से ऐसा कोई सेल्समैन होगा जिसके अंडर यू विल फाइंड दैट कंपनी माइट बी अर्निंग सम 5% और 2% और 3% मोर रेवेन्यू. यानी वो सेल्समैन जिस एरिया में काम करता है उस एरिया में ऑटोमेटिकली द सेल गोज ऑन इंक्रीजिंग. सो OLAP विल बी हेल्पिंग अस टू आइडेंटिफाई दो सेल्स पर्सन, एंड यू विल अंडरस्टैंड जो भी सेल्स पर्सन है होता है उसकी कॉस्टिंग ज़्यादा होती है. यू नीड टू हायर दोज पर्सन बिकॉज यू नीड टू पे मोर अमाउंट टू दैट वन. नाउ दिस विल बी इम्प्रूविंग ए बिजनेस. कैसे बिजनेस करेगा? नाउ OLAP से ऐसे आप क्वेरी फायर करेंगे, यू विल बी आइडेंटिफाइंग दैट पर्सन, यू विल बी पेइंग मोर मनी टू दिस पर्सन, बट 100% देर इज एन एश्योरेंस कि उस एरिया का सेल विल 100% विल बी गेटिंग इंक्रीज्ड. वो एरिया का सेल 100% इंक्रीज हो जाएगा बिकॉज दिस इज द पर्सन 100% ही विल बी गिविंग एन आउटपुट इन दोज एरियाज. सो OLAP विल बी हेल्पिंग अस टू जनरेट दिस टाइप ऑफ रिपोर्ट ऑल्सो. Indirectly it will be helping to increase the sale or increase the what you call as a profitability of the organization. So either or sales तो बढ़ेगा ही बढ़ेगा, पर हाईएस्ट सैलरी वाला पर्सन कौन सा है वो भी हमें हेल्प करेगा कि आपकी कंपनी को किस तरीके से वो बूस्ट कर सकता है आगे जाके. So are you getting? This is the reason why people are motivated to implement OLAP or where data warehouses or data mining. Yes, everyone is clear with this one? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now we will be talking about a multi-dimensional data model. Now multi-dimensional मतलब क्या, वन डायमेंशनल, टू डायमेंशनल, मेरे ख्याल से बहुत सारे लोगों ने मूवी देखी होंगे, 2D मूवी, 3D मूवी, ओके. नाउ डेटा इज स्टोर्ड इन मल्टी डायमेंशन, मतलब क्या, रोज एंड कॉलम्स एंड व्हाट वी कॉल एज स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. तो जिसको हम ऐसा बोलते हैं ना, मल्टी डायमेंशनल मतलब क्या, rows and columns, and it is an integration or a cluster of data bring together. Okay. Now in multi-dimensional data model, what you call as a multi-dimensional model, the records are organized into various dimension. Records are organized in multiple dimension. मतलब क्या, each dimension include multiple level of abstraction. यानी क्या होता है इस जगह पर, multiple level of abstraction which describes, which is described by the concept of hierarchy, which is described by the concept of hierarchy. Okay. किसके अंदर क्या, यानी सब queries will be written and that will be integrating, or multiple level of abstraction will be maintained. So this organization support user from flexibility to view data from various perspectives. So multi-dimensional is nothing but this will be allowing the user to be flexible about the data visualization. So the number of OLAP data cubes exist the dimensional. There are different views which will be implemented as far as the multi-dimensional data model is concerned. Okay. So user friendly environment के अंदर whenever you are concerned about the which is more applicable, so on each scenario there will be different multi-dimensional data models. So there are different models which are available as far as OLAP is concerned. So the following figure will show you the data cubes for sale of a shop. The cube contains a dimension, location, time, and items also. So one example I want to tell you about a roll up. This is one of the multi-dimensional data model. Roll up. What is the meaning of roll up? That is most important. So roll up operation मतलब क्या, जिसको हम बोलते हैं ड्रिल अप भी बोलते हैं. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट इट इज एग्रीगेशन ऑपरेशन. एग्रीगेशन मतलब क्या, इट इज गिविंग सम कंक्लूजन, जैसे सम ऑफ योर सैलरी, यानी डिपार्टमेंट वाइज सम ऑफ अ सैलरी, और रीजन वाइज सम ऑफ अ सैलरी. यानी अगर हम रिलायंस की बात करें तो रिलायंस के अगर उनके रिटेल शॉप में काम करने वाले एम्प्लॉय की सैलरी कितनी है, टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री में काम करने एम्प्लॉयज़ की सैलरी कितनी है, या फिर व्हाट वी कॉल एज उनके केमिकल कंपनीज के अंदर वर्कआउट करने वाले एम्प्लॉयज़ की सैलरी है. सेकंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, उनके सिर्फ सीईओज, यानी उनके सिर्फ हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के सीईओ की सैलरी कितनी है, या फिर उनके व्हाट यू कॉल एज मैनेजर्स की, ओवरऑल सभी मैनेजर्स की सैलरी कितनी है, या फिर उनके व्हाट यू कॉल एज वर्कर की सैलरी कितनी है. दिस aggregation is most important. Then aggregation may be in the format of sale or salary or any number जिसके ऊपर नंबरिंग का इशू होता है, उसको हम बोलते हैं. ना रोल अप इज कॉल्ड एज अ ड्रिल अप. ड्रिल अप मतलब क्या, जैसे हम ये डायग्राम में देखें, ये जो डेटा है इट इज गिविंग कंक्लूजन, and this conclusion is extracted with the roll up. roll up मतलब rolling the cumulative, यानी ये पूरे डेटा में से cumulative डेटा रिट्राइव करके ऊपर डालेगा. यानी कैलकुलेशन ऑफ सम ऑफ 440, 560, ये पूरे जो स्टेट्स है, दिस आर ऑल स्टेट्स ऑफ यूएसए, यानी चिकागो, न्यूयॉर्क और टोरंटो. नाउ ये दिस 3 स्टेट्स आर ऑफ यूएसए. ये तीनों स्टेट में अगर हम बोलेंगे देयर इज नंबर कॉल्ड एज 440, 150, ये कुछ हम बोल सकते हैं, इसको सेल बोल सकते हैं. ओके, यानी हम उसको सेल बोलेंगे. सो दिस आर द 3 नंबर. सो ओवरऑल व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट यूएसए, नाउ वी आर नॉट कंसर्न अबाउट चिकागो और न्यूयॉर्क और टोरंटो, वी आर कंसर्न अबाउट ओवरऑल यूएसए के अंदर जितने भी स्टेट्स है उनका ओवरऑल सेल कितना है. सो आई विल बी गेटिंग नंबर एज 2000. So just like India, we'll have different states like Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. ये पूरे इसमें कितना सेल है. Overall, I want to get in roll up. Rolling up मतलब क्या? I want to get a cumulative number. So this is called as a roll up. So you can do roll up of cities, roll up any. You can put it on what you call as a roll up on any dimension. जिस dimension में आपको करना है. So roll up of salary of only managers, roll up of salary of only workers. This is nothing but a roll up. Are you getting? Roll up aggregation operation which is carried out is called as a rolling up. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in this example, one more thing I want to show you that we have a temperature in different formats. So assume करेंगे ये temperature is in some production company. वीक 1 वीक 2 में हम करेंगे. Now we'll bifurcate this into some different format. So I will just give some colors to this one. Okay, so 80 to 85 we'll call this as what do you call as, one second, I will call this as uh, very hot. Okay, and 65 to 69 we'll call it as very cold. Okay, very cold. Okay, so cold temperature, and this is what is called as a mild temperature. Okay, this is what we call as a mild temperature. Okay, mild. Okay, so we are moving from cold to hotness. Okay, now this is data is with me. Okay, now using cube, what will happen, using roll up, what will happen is that you will be creating the inference just like this one. So in the first week we have the cold temperature twice. In first week we have what we call as a mild temperature once. एक बार हमारे पास mild temperature आ चुका है. And in first week we have only one time, that is a hot temperature. Okay, and in second week you will find there is only one time we have a cold what do you call as 1 week, sorry, I am again in week 2 somewhere, the count might be changing. Okay, so in second week I can say that when we have moved from first week into second week, so overall we have found there were 2 times we have a coldness. When I move into second week, the temperature yani mild temperature hamara cumulatively it has moved to what do you call as 1 2 3 4, I can say that is a 4 times. Okay, and when I moved into week 2, the overall there was 2 times, I can say the hotness was been generated. So week 1 के अंदर ऐसा, week 2 में we have gone into this part. So this is nothing but rolling up, aggregating everything and getting something. So I can say that this is week 2, sorry, this is, I will say that this is week 2, and in week 2 we'll find basically there was only one time, this was 3 times we have an hotness, and this was the only one time. So this is nothing but your roll up. Okay, so roll up is nothing but aggregation. Okay, so are you getting? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so aggregation will be helping us to get aggregated information from that concerned areas. Okay, shall we move further? Are you clear with aggregation now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, नाउ इसको हम जैसे रोल अप को हम एग्रीगेट बोल सकते, यानी ये इसके पूरा का तीनों का एग्रीगेट करके हम निकाल सकते कि पूरे स्टेट में से यूएस में ओवरऑल कितना सेल हो चुका है. दिस इज वन एग्जांपल. नाउ द सेकंड वन इज ड्रिल डाउन, जिसको हम उल्टा बोलते हैं. दिस इज जैसे रोल अप होता है, इट इज रोलिंग एंड गिविंग वन कंक्लूजन, वैसे उल्टा होता है. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ रोल डाउन, जिसको हम बोलते हैं रोल डाउन भी बोलते हैं, और जिसको हम बहुत बार ड्रिल डाउन भी बोलते हैं. So you can call it, basically it is called as a drill down, but some people call it as a roll down also. Now roll down is again one of the same technique. यहाँ पर हम उल्टा करते हैं. उल्टा करते मतलब क्या? You are getting the Chicago, then again you are going into detail about what is exactly there in the Chicago. The मतलब same example. If I am having temperature, so I will be, ये वीक का टेम्परेचर था ना, दिस इज वाज द एग्जांपल ऑफ वीक टेम्परेचर. ना आई विल बी गेटिंग ए इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ डे वाइज. ओके, ये 2 वीक की हमारा हम बात करें. नाउ दिस इज एग्रीगेटेड हमने 2 बार टेम्परेचर आया. नाउ आई वांट टू गेट इट, ये 4 बार कब आया है. ओके, ये 4 बार माइल्ड टेम्परेचर हमें मिला है. तो 4 कौन सी बार मिला था? आई विल बी गोइंग फॉर द ड्रिल डाउन. मतलब क्या, डे वाइज आएंगे, कब मिला है, डे 1 में कब मिला है, डे 2 में कब मिला है, यानी कोड कब मिला है, fifth one, then in 7th day I got a coldness, then on 9th day I got a coldness. So what is down? Drill down. You are getting the basic information. I am mild information I got on 10th, I got it on 10th. This is the mild information I got it on 10. Okay, then on 11th also I got it. Okay, on this one also 14th also I got this mild temperature, and hotness I got on 13th. So this is what is called drill down. यानी cumulative information में से small sort integrated information can be retrieved. This is called a drill down. यानी cumulative में से all what you call as bifurcate किया, all detailing में जब जाते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं drill down, और उसको हम बोलते हैं roll up. Are you getting? So it is stepping down from aggregation into non-aggregation, stepping down, or we call it from going for hierarchy. Going for hierarchy is nothing but drill, what you call as a drill down. तो हायरार्की फॉलो करेंगे, यानी पहले वीक में 7 दिन और पहले 7 दिन में फिर विल गो इनटू डिटेल अबाउट पर आवर, पर मिनट और पर वट एवर द डाउननेस यू वांट टू गो, ड्रिलिंग डाउन. जितना बेसिक में आपको जाके डेटा रिट्राइव करना है उतना रिट्राइव आप कर सकते हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड ड्रिलिंग डाउन. मतलब क्या, क्वार्टरली इंटू मंथली इंटू डेली इंटू आवरली इंटू योर वीक, hourly into minutes into seconds. So you are moving from aggregation into de-aggregated format. This is called as a drilling down. So are you clear with this one? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
now third one, this is slicing. Okay, slicing. मैं अभी बोलता हूँ slicing मतलब क्या. You are creating only one slice, just like this one. Okay. Now slice means what? ये पूरे टेम्परेचर में से, जैसे हमारे पास 3 दिन का टेम्परेचर था, कोल्डनेस, माइल्डनेस एंड हॉटनेस. अब उसमें से सिर्फ मुझे कोल्ड ही चाहिए, कूल इन्फॉर्मेशन. आई डोंट वांट, आई एम नॉट कंसर्न अबाउट ये माइल्ड और हॉट क्या है, उससे हमें कुछ लेना देना नहीं. आई डोंट वांट दिस वन. ओके, आई डोंट वांट दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन. सो स्लाइसिंग विल बी फोकसिंग ओनली ऑन द एरिया विच आर ऑफ योर कंसर्न. आई वॉन्ट टू ओनली फोकस ऑन दिस पार्ट. दैट्स इट. आई डोंट वांट टू फोकस ऑन एनी वन. सो यू आर स्लाइसिंग इट वर्टिकली. 2 टुकड़े कर देंगे, जो चाहिए वो रखेंगे, जो नहीं चाहिए वो आप रिमूव करेंगे. सो आई डोंट वांट दिस रेड पार्ट, सो आई विल बी रिमूविंग दिस. सो आई एम पुटिंग अ स्लाइस. जैसे आपको एप्पल को कट खाना होना तो आप यू आर मेकिंग अ स्लाइस ऑफ इट एंड देन आफ्टर दैट यू आर ईटिंग इट. सो ऑन सेम पैरामीटर द स्लाइसिंग इज डन. इट इज नथिंग बट अ सबसेट ऑफ क्यूब corresponding to single value of one or more members of dimension. Okay, so are you getting the information? Are you getting the definition? A slice is a subset of the cube. ये cube है, उसका एक ही section है. Okay, of a single value or one or more members of the dimension. So हमने vertically उसकी slice कर दी. That is called as a slicing. Are you getting this one? सबको समझ में आया सब? हमने क्या किया अभी इसमें? We have sliced. पूरे डेटा में से आधे वाले डेटा को हमने स्लाइस करके हमारे हिसाब से हमें जो चाहिए वही चीज़ों को हम लेंगे, बाकी वालों को हम रिमूव करेंगे. वी कॉल इट एज अ स्लाइसिंग. सो यू कैन डू स्लाइसिंग इन एग्रीगेशन ऑल्सो, दैट इज रोल अप में भी जा सकते हैं और ड्रिल डाउन में भी जा सकते हैं. यू कैन डू एनीवेयर स्लाइसिंग, बट स्लाइसिंग इज रिमूविंग the unwanted thing and keeping whatever you want to keeping. So making the load very much low on your database. इससे आपके database का load कम हो सकता है, because retrieving and manipulating or working on data is very difficult. So are you clear with slicing? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now this is the same thing.
Yes,
I want to
sir.
slice ये पूरे information, उसमें से मेरे को सिर्फ quarter 1 की information चाहिए. Unmute. Okay. Unmute. Abhijit, you unmute, yeah? बस, yes, yes. Now see, slicing. Now ये पूरे month में देखो, there are 12 month and each month there is quarter 1. There is a 3 months. Okay. First 3 months is called as a January, February, March, first quarter. Now basically in India we call it as a April, May, June, first quarter. July, August, September, second quarter. October, November, December, third quarter. January, February, March, fourth quarter. Now now हम अभी February में, now we are in the fourth quarter. Okay, so I can get information of my quarter. So slicing will be giving only information of the first quarter, यानी January, what you call as April, May and June. So I only want this information of my sales in different what you call as states of USA. So in first quarter, January, what you call as April, May and June. So I will be slicing it. Are you getting? Slicing मतलब क्या? Dividing only and getting only whatever the part you want to focus. That's it, called as a slicing. Are you clear? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then dice. Slice के बाद dice होता है. Dice मतलब क्या? यू आर डिवाइडिंग, जैसे केक आपको घर में खाना होगा, मैं केक जब खाते हैं हम उसके स्लाइसेस करते हैं, बट आपको अगर किसी को और को नहीं क्या, यानी मुझे क्रीम नहीं खानी, आप क्या करते हैं उसमें से क्रीम को और कट कर देते हैं, यानी वर्टिकली भी एंड हॉरिजॉन्टली भी यू आर मेकिंग स्लाइसेस। वो क्यों, मुझे क्रीम नहीं खाना, ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल बी रिमूविंग दैट क्रीम एंड यू विल बी ओनली गेटिंग द बेस you want to eat. So डिवाइडिंग अ डेटा वर्टिकली एंड हॉरिजॉन्टली, यानी पूरे डेट में से टेम्परेचर मुझे कूल और हॉट दोनों डिटेल्स चाहिए, और मुझे सिर्फ डे 3 और डे 4 का ही चाहिए, वर्टिकली एंड हॉरिजॉन्टली। whenever you are dividing a data is called as a dice. Are you getting? Vertically and horizontally, यानी क्वार्टरली मुझे रिकॉर्ड चाहिए, और वो भी सिर्फ मुझे यूएसए का ही चाहिए। आई डोंट वांट अबाउट कनाडा, आई डोंट वांट अबाउट सिंगापुर, आई डोंट वांट, आई जस्ट वांट ऑफ यूएसए के जितने भी स्टेट्स है उसका, और फर्स्ट क्वार्टर का। I don't want this Vancouver, this is of Canada. I don't want this country from Canada, I don't want the country from Singapore, I want only USA states and the first quarter. You are dividing or you are slicing the data vertically also and horizontally also. आडवं आणि उभं दोन्ही पद्धतीने आपण डेटा कट करून ते डेटा जो आपल्याकडे शिल्लक राहतो जिसको हम बोलते हैं डाइस. So are you clear with dice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the third one, I think so. So first we have gone about roll up, then we have gone about drill down, then we have gone about slice, and then we have talked about dice. Okay, and after dice there is a last one that is called the pivot. Now pivot is what we call as, it is a combination of rows and columns. It is combination of rows and columns. Now pivot is an operation is called as rotation. It is, and just like आप जो cube हाथ में बच्चे खेलते हैं ना, that is a rotation. Okay, the pivot operation is also called as a rotation. The pivot is a visualization, ध्यान में रखना, it is visualization operation which rotate the data axis in view to provide an alternate presentation of the data. जैसे हमने ये डायग्राम में देखा, you are rotating the rows and columns, automatically the data aggregation will be changing, यानी डेटा का फॉर्मेट पूरा चेंज हो जाता है. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ पिवोट एंड दिस मॉडल इज बेसिकली यूज. यानी देखो इस एग्जांपल में हमने देखा कि हमें इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए मोबाइल की, देखो दिस इज कॉलम वाइज, दिस इज एक्स एक्सेस एंड दिस इज वाई एक्सेस. ओके, बेस इज एक्स एक्सेस, हमें मोबाइल इंफॉर्मेशन, मोडेम इंफॉर्मेशन, phone information and security information. I am getting some data as far as the state is concerned, Toronto, New York and Chicago. Okay, now I want to change the rows into column and column into rows. So pivot will be doing the changing of rows into columns. So rows will be converted into columns. So there is the pivot. What you can, we will be getting the information of the state called as a Vancouver, and उसके बारे में हाँ we'll get this make it readability. Actually wherever we are reading with the x axis and y axis. Basically we talk about the y axis के हम पैरामीटर को ही लेके x axis के साथ कंपेयर करते हैं. Now we can make it vice versa. Row can be converted into column and column can be converted into rows, because reading is mobile सबसे कहाँ पर डेटा है, this 605, this is Vancouver. Modem, I want to get a modem information of this state, I want to get a full information of this state. So security, this is basically concerned, we are concerned about the state, here we are concerned about the products. So pivot will be changing the visualization of your data. Now this changing of visualization will be helping us to get the information very precisely. So are you clear with this one? This is the fifth one we call as a pivot, and this is basically used in the industry nowadays. Making rows into column, column into rows, the dimension of data will be helping us to get some aggregated information in different format. Yes, are you getting? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
I will be sharing one SQL query on your group now immediately. ये लेक्चर खत्म होने के बाद आप एक छोटी सी क्वेरी है, आप देख लोगे किस तरीके से विजुअलाइजेशन को पीवर्ड को हम विजुअलाइज करते हैं आपके ओरेकल के अंदर. ओके, आपको पसंद आएगा क्या वो देखने को? यस
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I will share immediately. I don't waste your time. Okay, one second. It is there with me. Yes. lot many things are there. Okay, so I have shared you with on your group. Now you just check it on your data warehousing channel group. Okay, you go through this pivot. Okay, now this type of queries are written in data warehouses, uh, and this will be helping you to get what you call as, shall I show you live? Yes, हमारे पास 10 मिनट है और okay, I think
Yes,
this
sir.
tomorrow session or Monday session will be tomorrow there will be test. The next lecture will be on different what you call as architectures of OLAP. 1 second. Okay, so we'll go for YouTube. Okay, I'll go for YouTube and I will show you the pivot. 1 second. This is one thing. Okay,
India's rocket voice asked one all important question.
प्रभु रॉबर्ट गॉडर्ड 15
ये आपको सुनाई दे रहा है सबको?
YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be learning
Yes.
how to use pivot class in SQL.
Are you
नो
getting?
सर
No, sir.
Start
No,
with
sir.
SQL.
No, sir.
नहीं,
Let us
अभी सिर्फ
see
विजुलाइज
use
करो
cases
आपको
in
इसको.
Excel
I
sheet. Using Excel.
just show you how to become. Then see, this is data. Actually, I will be telling you. This is a data actually. And whenever you are working with pivot, okay. Now this is your Excel. And how this data is converted in Excel.
Suppose if I bring a department
So,
number column into rows,
You will find this. These people have
So,
dragged it. Now see, this is the basic data
yes, you
actually. Okay.
bring in
And I want to
salary here.
visualize the data that because this is the
So
data of
suppose if
my
I want to
student.
get a
What you call as employee. And this employee has having employee number, name, job, manager, and hire date, salaries. Okay. And there are different designations. इनकी president, marketing, clerk है. Now pivot will be helping
salary,
us.
So we can just bring in salary.
Pivot will be helping us to get those data. So it is ready-made tool available in Excel also because Excel is working on databases. So you will find. Am I audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You will find this. Yeah, we have divided into rows and columns. So as far as this 1, 10, 20, this is department number. So on department, what is the sum of the salary? यहाँ डिपार्टमेंट वाइज सैलरी हम जनरेट करके देख सकते हैं. Just is a visualization. Okay, and if I want to get designation wise, so what I'll do is that this is what you call as aggregation. Grand total भी आपको दिखाई देता है. See this example. Okay, and you will see this. You are getting a visualization. Rows are converted into column. Now previous example में आपको सिर्फ department wise आया था. देखो one example. देखो this is department wise salary. Okay, now this is what we call as a row. Now if I change this into column, what will happen? You will see if I change this 10, 20 into column, you will find I am getting the list of employee, the designation, analyst, clerk, manager, president, और उनकी department wise salary and उसकी grand salary क्या है. Now this is called as a pivot, and you can do this in Oracle also. Now this is just an Excel. Now this is what we call as an x-axis and y-axis, and बीच में जो होता है this is aggregated. This is summation. Sum of salary of analyst in department 2, sum of salary of clerk in department 10 into department 20 into department, यानी पूरे clerk department 1 में कितनी salary लेते हैं, 2 में कितनी लेती है, 3 में कितनी लेती है, और इनका aggregate clerk की कितनी salary है. Same way with manager who are getting salary into department 10, 20 and 13, aggregate पूरे manager की salary कितनी है, president की salary कितनी है, salesman की salary कितनी है. Everything can be visualized. This is nothing but, and you have to do this in Oracle. Okay, and there is some functions like what as a pivot, where we use this pivot for generating the department wise salaries. So देखो यहाँ पे ये row है, this is in column format, because Oracle के अंदर हर एक चीज़ को column में define करते हैं. अगर हम उसको row में करना चाहते हैं, this is possible. Okay, see this data, same data can be converted into your rows and columns. We call it as a pivots. Okay, see this. Same information, just firing a query and you will be retrieving the data from database, because Excel sheet में visualize करना simple है, but database में का data लेके उसको systematically represent करना rows and column में it is very difficult, and for that purpose you need to understand this queries of SQL and this will be helping you to get those type of visualization data, okay, in rows and columns. ये भी थोड़ा चेंज करके देखो. Again we can go for simplicity. Okay, so कितना काउंट है, कितने क्लर्क है आपके डिपार्टमेंट में, 10 नंबर में कितने क्लर्क है डिपार्टमेंट 2 में. सो फायर अ क्वेरी, मेक सम लिटिल बिट चेंज एंड यू विल गेट इन अ वेरी वंडरफुल रिपोर्ट्स. यस, आर यू क्लियर विद दिस वन नाउ?
यस सर.
सबको समझ में आया ये पिवोट क्या चीज़ है और हम इसको क्यों पढ़े हैं इसके अंदर?
Yes, sir.
Abhijit got. So that's why Oracle is one of the, make a this is one of the upcoming trends, and jobs are basically will be on databases in future. So you need to understand the databases. ये वीडियो जो मैंने भेजा है आप उसको ऑडियो सुन लो, you will understand how very simply you if you want to learn it, you can go and you can subscribe that person. Good, is giving explaining very good concepts. Okay, so ये सब सीख लो, because you are a student, you need to understand this very precisely. Databases, okay, it is huge. I will tell you that the database are huge. You need to understand each and every concept very precisely. Okay, so shall we stop for the day now? Tomorrow there will be test again. I am telling you, there will be test of chapter number 1, 2 and 3. It will be the MCQ based, 20 to 25 marks, I think so. 25 marks test will be there, and we'll sharp meet at 10. I will be sharing you the link, okay, and you just give it and give the attendance also. I will be sharing the link of attendance also of today's lecture. I am expecting that you give an attendance for today's lecture. Have you understood this OLAP into which I have taught you today? Yes or no?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes sir.
You understand ये पांचों जो है, these are the 5 basic multi-dimensional. इसको ध्यान में रखना बहुत जरूरी है. Okay. These are called as multi-dimensional data models. We call it as multi-dimensional. आज जितना पढ़ा था हमने, this is nothing but multi-dimensional data models in OLAP. Okay. Okay, so no problem, no doubts. Shall we stop for the day now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow. May directly I will be sharing the link. I will be not having a discussion with you tomorrow. Tomorrow directly link will be provided. You go through that link and give the attendance also for tomorrow's lecture, and be precise. 1 hour is there, more than enough. Don't search anywhere. क्वेश्चन को पूरा पढ़ो, बहुत टाइम है आपके पास, एक बार पढ़ो और पढ़ने के बाद उसको क्या आपको क्या समझ में आया उसके हिसाब से उसके आंसर्स दे दो. ओके, सो विल मीट फॉर द टेस्ट टुमारो. Inform your friends also. Again I will be sharing on a group that tomorrow there is a test. Be ready at 10. Okay, so shall I stop for the day now?
Okay sir.
Okay, so then good day and take care.
Thank you sir.